Welcome to another explainer. Today, we are absolutely shattering the illusion that simply affording the monthly payment means you're financially safe. We're talking about the car payment trap. Imagine this. Two people walk into the exact same dealership on the exact same Saturday. They both drive home in the exact same car. We're talking a $40,000 SUV. Same color, same trim, and the exact same monthly payment of $685. But here's the twist. 3 years later, one of them owns it outright. Title in hand, zero balance, completely free. 10 years later, the other person is still making payments. Not on that original car, no, on the next one, and the one after that. 120 consecutive months of payments with basically nothing to show for it. Same car, same starting point. Today, let's look at the one single decision that separates them and how the massive gap it creates is going to make you rethink literally every car purchase you've ever made.
So, meet Alex and Jordan. Like I said, they both drive off the lot with the exact same vehicle paying that exact same $685 a month. But their financial futures actually split the second they sign that paperwork. Alex looks at the contract and thinks, yeah, I can afford $685 a month, signs on the dotted line, and drives off happy. Jordan, on the other hand, looks at the exact same contract and thinks, how fast can I pay this thing off?
To really wrap our heads around the impact of those two completely different mindsets, we need to set the starting line. Both Alex and Jordan are 28 years old. Both earn $65,000 a year. So we're doing a true apples-to-apples comparison of financial choices here, not an income difference. They both put $5,000 down. They both financed $35,000 at a 6.5% APR for a 60-month term. So the required payment for both of them is, you guessed it, exactly $685 a month.
Okay, let's dive into this, because here is the single critical divergence that literally changes everything. Alex pays exactly what the bank demands, $685 a month. Jordan, though? Jordan signs the exact same loan, but decides to aggressively throw $1,200 at it every single month instead. That extra $515, it goes straight to the principal balance right out of the gate.
Let's walk through the timeline and see how this builds up. Because Jordan has been hammering away at that principal, Jordan makes the absolute final payment at month 36. Just 3 years in, Jordan is totally debt-free, having paid only about $3,200 in total interest. The car is 100% paid off. Now, let's look at Alex at that exact same 3-year mark. Alex still owes over $14,000 and has 2 full years of payments remaining. It takes Alex until month 60, 5 full years of dragging that loan around, to finally finish, having paid over $6,000 in interest.
Now, right about here is the trap of conventional thinking. Most people look at these numbers, stop the story, and say, okay, sure, Jordan saved roughly $2,900 in interest. Nice little win, but it's not exactly life-changing wealth, right? Well, if you think this explainer is just a basic math lesson about simple interest savings, I really need you to lean in, because that is not the real story, and you are missing a massive trap just up ahead.
Here is what really happens. At month 37, Jordan stops paying the bank, but crucially, starts paying himself. That same $685 every month goes straight into a high-yield savings account, earning 4.5%. Jordan calls it the car fund. The goal? Pay cash for the next car. No dealership, no loan, zero interest. But what about Alex? Well, at month 61, Alex finally has some breathing room. But that freed up $685? It just silently gets absorbed into lifestyle creep. You know how it goes. Better dinners, a quick weekend trip, a small upgrade here and there. The money just disappears into daily life.
And then reality hits. Month 72. Both SUVs hit around 95,000 miles. But Alex's transmission starts slipping. The repair estimate? $4,500. The car itself is only worth $18,000 at this point. To Alex, trading it in feels like the smarter move. So it's back to the dealership, pick out a new $42,000 SUV. The trade-in covers part of it, leaving $28,000 financed at 7.2%. The new payment drops to $560 a month. Alex feels like a genius. Hey, my payment is even lower than before. But Alex completely ignores the fact that he just reset the debt clock. The entire cycle starts all over again at month 73.
So, let's fast forward and freeze frame this at the 10-year mark. Alex is now 48 months into a second loan, still owes over $9,000, and literally hasn't had a single month without a car payment in a decade. Over 10 years, Alex has paid almost $68,000 just toward car loans. Meanwhile, Jordan is still driving that original car. It's got 140,000 miles on it, runs perfectly because it was actually maintained, and is worth $13,000, owned totally outright. And that car fund, it is ballooned to $68,500 in cold, hard cash. And this brilliantly illustrates the real gap. When we add it all up, Jordan's total automotive wealth, combining the car's value and that massive pile of cash saved, is $81,500. Alex's total automotive wealth is a measly $20,800. Same income, same starting car, but a staggering $60,000 wealth gap generated by one single mindset shift in just 10 years. And guess what? It keeps growing.
Actually, scratch that. It gets so much wilder. Because what if Jordan hadn't just used a basic high-yield savings account? To put this into perspective, if Jordan had invested that $685 monthly difference into index funds at a standard 10% average annual return instead of just a savings account, that 10-year total wouldn't be $68,000. It would be close to $140,000. Let that sink in. Not 68 grand, 140,000. This isn't just about saving a few bucks of interest at the dealership. This is about what your money could be doing for you if it wasn't tied up in a monthly payment.
Which brings us to the core lesson of this entire explainer. The real cost of a car payment isn't just the interest you pay the bank. It's the compounding interest you lose by keeping your wealth locked up in a depreciating asset. We call this dead money. When you stay in the monthly payment trap, opportunity cost becomes the true silent killer of your long-term wealth. You're sacrificing money that could literally be growing silently in the background for you.
Now let's zoom out from Alex and Jordan and look at the macro trap, because this isn't just some made-up hypothetical. Here is the bleak statistical reality of the modern American car buying cycle. This is the trap nobody explains. The average American finances a car for 67 months. They drive it for 6 to 8 years. And then, right when it needs a major repair or just feels a little dated, they trade it in with minimal equity, roll any remaining balance right into the next loan, and they repeat this process forever. It's just an endless, exhausting treadmill of payments.
And the lifetime result of this pattern is honestly agonizing. If you follow the standard cycle, the average person will end up paying anywhere from $400,000 to $600,000 toward car financing over the course of their life. Over $500,000 in capital spent. And what do they have to show for it at the very end? Ultimately, they just end up owning one used car worth maybe $25,000. It's for sure one of the most inefficient ways to use your hard-earned money.
But the good news? If you break the cycle just once, the math flips completely in your favor. So, here is your blueprint. 5 simple rules to escape forever. Rule 1. If you can't pay it off in 36 months, you simply can't afford it. Period. Rule 2. Never finance a vehicle that costs more than 50% of your annual gross income. Rule 3. When the loan ends, keep making that exact same payment, but make it to yourself. Build that car fund. Rule 4. Buy 2 to 3-year-old cars. Let some other guy take that massive initial hit of depreciation. And finally, Rule 5. Maintain what you own. Seriously, don't skip the oil changes. Deferred maintenance isn't saving you money. It's just future debt waiting to happen.
So, it all comes back to how you start. Alex asked, "Can I afford the monthly payment?" Jordan asked, "How fast can I pay this off?" One question guarantees a lifetime of payments. The other, it opens the door to a lifetime of financial freedom. The math really doesn't care which question you ask, but I promise you, your future self absolutely does. So what's it going to be? Break the cycle or stay in it? The choice is always yours.